Less than 24 hours ago, Kenneth Okonkwo again spoke with Seun Okinbaloye of the Channels Television, telling him that only a northerner will be able to defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Kenneth Okonkwo is, of course, not the first person to say that. The first person, to the best of my knowledge, who said that was Dele Momodu. And I was wondering why he should say that. But of course, he belongs to the People's Democratic Party, like Atiku Abubakar, who is the most desperate presidential aspirant from the north, and they belong to the same political party. So I would not be surprised if Atiku breathed into him as members of the same PDP. And now I'm hearing it from Kenneth Okonkwo, a former supporter and ally of Peter Obi, who dished Peter Obi and started accusing him of betraying him, that Peter Obi betrayed him. And when he narrated his story, I could not see how Peter Obi betrayed him other than a misunderstanding of Peter Obi. And I was saying, you better mend your fences, because Nigeria must unite against the enemy, removing subsidies from all basic necessities of life and claiming to be transferring funds to indigent households and subsidizing pilgrimages for Christians and Muslims at the expense of Nigerians. Remove subsidies from basic necessities of life, paying workers less than living wage, and creating extreme hardship in Nigeria. Unprecedented, because we are talking of the first president of Nigeria to say fuel subsidy is gone. What is fuel subsidy? What is fuel subsidy? Where did Nigeria rulers get money to subsidize fuel? And, reducing and even sinking Nigeria in debts. So things are getting worse. The insecurities have become intractable since 2009 till date. Insecurities. And now, when Nigerians were praying to survive Muhammadu Buhari, you came after promising to reduce fuel price. You use the language of fuel subsidy is gone to increase the fuel price more than twice what you inherited. So, saying that only a northerner will be able to defeat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. What are you talking about? That northerners are enjoying or will prefer the suffering under Yar'Adua, Jonathan, Buhari, and Tinubu to changing the status quo. And that the northerners will not support such a move unless the person is a northerner. Yes, I agree. The Igbo people did something terrible, supporting Goodluck Jonathan to truncate the chances of the Northwest to produce a successor to Umaru Musa Yar'Adua to serve his second term, which he could not serve due to death. Oh, that was terrible. In fact, I don't know. But what can I do? Or what could I do? It was not the best. It would have been the best for Jonathan to step down and allow Yar'Adua's Northwest to serve his second term. But two wrongs cannot make a right. We don't want to continue in that direction. So we say enough is enough of such injustices. So if it warrants making a law to say north, south, and zonal rotation, so be it. But this coalition cannot base itself on the injustice of trying to get even with the southeast over the injustice of supporting Jonathan. But remember, Olusegun Obasanjo was the southwest, and a former president of Nigeria who said Operation Totality support for the presidential aspiration of Goodluck Jonathan. And if the northerners themselves, who should be aggrieved, did not support the election of Goodluck Jonathan, it would not have happened. But they did support him. You see it? Probably because he promised to continue the war against the Boko Haram Muslim community. Because that was what he spent his entire 4 years doing. So probably that was the promise he made to them. But that has neutralized the injustice of Jonathan, not allowing the Northwest to continue to serve the second term of Yar'Adua. So the Northerners themselves supported him for whatever reason. Bribery and corruption maybe. But certainly they supported him. They could have raised a Northerner to challenge and defeat him. Why did it not happen? Why did it not happen? And now we are saying, let us put all these injustices behind us. If necessary, legislate it. North, South, and zonal justice. But this coalition will not use deception like the APC used deception to get to power. If the North don't want a Southeasterner to be president of Nigeria, let us divide. Let each ethnic group go their way. That is the only solution. Otherwise, if these Northerners are enjoying the insecurities and economic deprivation created by Tinubu, and they will prefer him to justice, so be it. But otherwise, we want to reposition Nigeria after sacking the APC together with Tinubu. So any Northerner who is not ready for it and prefers the status quo to remain, but I have faulted you. Because Jonathan, who committed this injustice against the North, was supported by the Northerners. Otherwise, he could not have emerged as the president. So there's no point. You dumped Peter Obi for Atiku Abubakar for reasons best known to you. And since then, you have been saying the presidency can be sown to anywhere. Anybody can emerge as the presidential flag bearer of the African Democratic Congress. You are fooling yourselves. Peter Obi must not be party to it. Yes, if you think Atiku Abubakar can floor Tinubu without Peter Obi, good luck to you. But as many as want justice, as many as want a better Nigeria, well positioned for peace, for justice, peace, and progress, forget about it. They will support Peter Obi from all over Nigeria who want a better Nigeria for themselves. The killings in this northeast, the killings in the northwest, the killings in the north central, in Niger, in Kogi states, in Niger and Kogi states are there. Not to talk of all over Nigeria. Insecurities, economic deprivation, deliberate creation of poverty, fuel subsidy. What is fuel subsidy? Where are you getting money to subsidize fuel? All subsidies are gone. So what is left for Nigeria? That's the question you must answer. So if the North are enjoying terrorism and banditry, removal of subsidies, let them vote for Atiku Abubakar, because I know that is the person you have in mind from the North. Nobody can match Atiku Abubakar from the North, and that is the person you and Dele Momodu have in mind. Yes, fault me if you can, but the truth is Peter Obi will not be party to a coalition that will not be based on North-South and zonal justice. On justice, we stand with them. So, the example you gave, yes, I was very sorry, I was very sad when it happened. But when you consider it again, could Jonathan have won without support of the Northerners? He won. But what did he do with his 4 years? Tell us now. Kenneth Okonkwo, tell us. And what he did is exactly what Atiku said he would do. He said he even told Obasanjo to do it. Even though he lied that Obasanjo did it, Obasanjo did not. Nobody, Boko Haram was not headache to Nigeria. And that was never headache to Nigeria until attacked by a Muslim jihadist warrior. So, if we cannot tell ourselves the home truth, if we cannot base our politics on justice, let's forget about it. It's not going to yield any goodness. The Yoruba people say, I will marry her anyhow. He will give birth to anyhow child.